We all have heard about saving channels such as pension funds or saving plans. But for most of us, our money is just lying around for years and not really working for us. The solution for that is financial planning. Here with us today, Jonathan Adler, a senior financial planner from Pioneer Group, that will explain the benefits of an effective financial plan. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. So can you explain for us, what is financial planning?
Financial planning is about putting order to your finances. Instead of going into economical jargon that probably most of us don't understand, I want to ask you a few questions that I think answers the question that you asked. Have you planned for your child's wedding? Have you planned for your retirement? Have you really realistically looked at what you have and how you can plan for the future? And I think this is what financial planning is about.
Right. Most people will just look at you puzzled and say, like, not really, and we're not sure, and all sorts.
I think people don't spend enough time thinking about it and planning
and looking for
accordingly.
the long term.
And this is the future. Everyone wants some time in the future when they can retire peacefully. And if you really want peace of mind, then one needs to just put a plan into action.
So who needs financial planning?
I think everyone needs financial planning.
Okay.
I think students need to plan for their studies, parents need to plan for their children. We all need financial planning, no matter how big, no matter how small. I think every company has a CFO, and every every person, when they're building their next home, they use an architect. So I think everyone needs a financial planner and a financial plan.
To work their money for them.
Correct.
So how do we do it?
You know, it brings, I remember a story some time ago when I started running. And why I started taking on the task of a 10-kilometer race. With any timing is of essence with this when it comes to running. And I remembered the most important thing was trying to plan my pace.
Okay.
How was I going to do this? Should I start off the race fast? Should I end off the race fast? How should I tackle the hills? And I could never get my timing right. I couldn't get 10 kilometers within the 45 minutes that I'd set myself to achieve that goal. And then I realized that all I needed was a coach. I needed a coach to help me look at the things that I couldn't concentrate on when I was running, and take care of what's going on around me, the skills that I had and how I could get there. And I think that's what our money needs. We simply need a financial planner, somebody to talk with, somebody to sit with, to analyze where we are, where we want to go to really understand within ourselves what we want from our money. Because many times people always say, what is the best, give me the best plan. The best plan is only a plan that is made for you.
Right, to really understand what you're looking for.
Oh, absolutely. Very often people get it wrong. I can give you a plan that's made up of 100% equity, but you're not going to be able to sleep well at night. And therefore, it's not a good plan. And I think people need to be true to themselves. What volatility can they sleep with? Where do they want to get? Is it a short-term plan? Is it a long-term plan? If you stick to that plan, I believe one will achieve their goal.
So it's not only about planning how to work your money, but it's about really being true to yourself and understand what you really want your money to do.
Money is important to anyone, because there's not much we can do without money. And therefore we need to spend a lot of time thinking about it, analyzing. The problem is that we often don't give ourselves the advantage to do that. We just simply don't spend the time
to understand
with ourselves. And I think that's how I look at myself. When I sit with my clients. We talk so much about the family. We talk about what's going on in their lives, about their businesses. So I really understand who they are, what their children need, what their spouses need. And then we can build something together for the family, because we're all doing it for our children at the end of the day.
Is there a certain amount that we should reach before starting to
Every amount, I think, is important.
Okay.
No matter what, your dollar is the same as my $1 million, and your $100,000 is you know, the same as the next guy's $1 million. I think we need to start somewhere, and I think we need to grow and see where we can go. Realistically, we have to be realistic about how much we have and also what we can do. And that's why I think you need to sit down with somebody, because otherwise it becomes very emotional.
And the other person allows you to see the bigger picture.
Correct, and you will act irrationally. So often, people, you know, the greed and fear theory.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when people,
I believe that's
individuals.
my job, to hold your hand along. Not saying we're always going to get it right, but I think in the long term we will get it right, and we will be able to battle the ups and downs.
Jonathan Adler, thank you so much.
Thank you.